Hi, Lizzy. You're in the car? I didn't realize it would call you in the car. I'm sorry.
No,
I
it's
just
okay.
I just put Skype on my phone because I couldn't record downstairs one day on somebody's podcast.
Oh.
So now, like, I don't know. I guess you just jumped on. You were like, "Hey, they're online," and I don't know how to turn it off on my phone.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Okay. But I don't have a Sabine costume.
You don't.
You made?
You made one.
I do have Sabine costume insight though.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The whole
Well,
Sabine costume.
Shay, you're an
I'm like a
honorary
box.
Sabine for today.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm like a steel that knows the colors.
Yeah, that's true.
It's raining.
Right. Also, there are cymbals in the back of the truck. That's what that noise is. I don't know if they can hear it. Yeah. There's a drum kit back there.
Oh,
But the cymbals. I need to get it out of the garage.
okay. Alright, so I don't know, I can't tell who's like on the call and who's not, so okay, I don't know.
Roll call.
Roll call, okay.
Lizzy's here. Excellent.
Hey, this
Shay's
is Em. Em's here. Cassie's here.
Aliya, I'm here.
Okay. Is that, I guess that's everybody? So, Cassandra.
Yep, that's me.
Alright, and then Maddie. Is Maddie not here? Oh no, Maddie.
Absent.
Freeze off.
Okay, so is that everyone except Maddie? Okay, so we have notes. I think there's a lot of people on them. Not Lizzy, I don't think.
No.
There's an anonymous quagga, an anonymous rhino, an anonymous blobfish, and an anonymous rabbit on the notes.
Love it.
Well, whoever's the blobfish gets to be on Carplet, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think once Lizzy was an anonymous neon cat,
Yeah.
which was pretty
Yeah.
great.
You know what a neon cat is, Deb?
Isn't it one of those stupid internet cats?
It's the
Internet
with the
cat.
Pop
Sounds
Tart.
like a stupid internet cat.
Yeah.
With the
Sounds
Pop
like two
Tart
stupid
and
things
the
added together.
rainbow.
Sounds like three stupid things better together.
A cat and rainbows.
But you know what? I take that back. Rainbows are pretty awesome.
Hey, is it kind of garbled for anybody else? The sound's super iffy for me.
It's kind of going in and out for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been pretty clear for me.
Okay. It's starting to get better now, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think.
Clear on this. I guess Zoe's recording. It matters what you hear, right, Zoe?
Yeah, I guess. It.
Are you getting everybody clear?
No one sounds garbled except for Lizzy. You guys sound garbled, that's probably because you're in a car.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Lizzy sounds perfect to me. I don't know.
Okay, so Maddie is still not here, unfortunately, but everyone else is, I guess. I don't know. Wait, Maddie?
I know, I can text her. Be like, where are you at?
She has the glowing magical circle thing on her now, so is she here? Maddie, hello? Oh no. Scared.
That's not a symbol.
That sounded like we were in a force bond.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Sorry, I'm in the wind.
Oh, okay.
It's super windy here on the East Coast, so.
Yeah, it's been windy for us too. We're also East Coast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, not Lizzy.
Right. Yeah, I'm Rhode Island, so it's very cold and very windy.
Oh.
So.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's mixed here. We don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cold yesterday. It was like 50.
That's rough.
I had to put on like socks.
So mean.
I was trembling.
I wore a tank top the other day. That was pretty great.
We're supposed to get. We already have so much snow here, and like the snow is finally melting, and we're supposed to get more snow on Tuesday.
Oh.
Really?
I'm not happy about it. I just want it to
We're
go
the-
away. I want
We're the same here.
warm weather. I want it to be.
Oh.
I want 50 degrees. I'll trade you, Sal.
You can come by anytime.
What did you have to trade? Snow?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's 60
No.
right now.
you get
It sounds
snow.
fun for like for 2 days.
You
The
get
snow is fun until it gets like brown and disgusting.
You get snow and 20-degree weather
One
and
day.
wind. And I get 50 degrees.
One day.
Oh, great.
Or maybe you just get lucky in celebrations out here.
Better, I want it to be.
Oh, okay, so Maddie texted me and she said that you guys can't hear her. So you guys can't hear her or see her, but she can hear and see us.
Oh no, Maddie.
Oh.
She's caught in the world between worlds.
I don't know what to,
Uh-oh.
I don't know the solution.
We lost
And he'd be
it.
like, and he's both.
She says it's weird.
Is it working?
I heard something.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Maddie, can you like turn your...
Is that a tiny Maddie?
Maddie, is there any way for you to turn up your mic or something?
Is it working now?
I can barely hear you.
What about now?
I don't know. I can like, I'm not crazy, right? Like everyone else can hear this.
Yeah, I can hear her a little bit.
Yeah.
Maddie, do you have a mic plugged into the laptop, or is it just the laptop mic?
Wait.
Check
no.
Lizzy. Your answer.
The earbuds are plugged in.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Can you just like just scream the entire podcast? I don't know.
Like, Maddie! Aliya!
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you better now. I don't know. Okay, I'm trying to... Maddie, what kind of laptop are you using? Or computer?
Can you hear me?
I can, just a little bit. Can you possibly go to your system preferences and turn up the mic sensitivity or something?
Tiny Maddie.
Tiny Maddie. What was that?
Maddie, quiet as shit.
Okay, so he says the volume is up. We are trying to turn it up right now.
Okay.
Wait.
So Kyle's there helping you,
Wouldn't be Star Wars Geek Girl if there weren't technical issues.
Yeah, true. She says you're right. You're helping.
I know what we mean.
Oh. Why do you go this way?
Yeah, but I can go that way, right?
How many other Sabines are there?
Who do we have? We have Cassandra and Aliya and Maddie and me and Lizzy. So it's 5 Sabines total. And honorary Sabine Shay.
And me.
And honorary Sabine Sal.
We had M. I don't know where Emily
Yeah,
went.
just disappeared. Oh no. She just like Obi-Wan'd away. She just disappeared.
In some kind of way. Ezra away.
Yeah, she Ezra'd away. She left. That was mean, Lizzy.
But Ezra goes far away.
Far.
Yeah, but then again, the other ones can't come back.
He goes in a galaxy farther away.
Or less far. You don't know.
Ezra came to our galaxy to eat brownies with Jonah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything and nothing. That's
Yeah,
brownie.
that's his favorite.
Now all I can think is him there being like, I didn't want to take this path, but this was the only path that worked out for everybody, so I'm going to have to go have a bunch of brownies now. Me and Thrawn are kicking it.
What is happening?
Not drunk.
Oh wait. I think it's working.
Is that Maddie? Okay. Lizzy's screaming.
Yeah, she's like all quiet, finally heard, and Lizzie's like, ah!
Okay.
Was that her?
Maddie?
Computers are weird.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Maddie, but we lost M. So,
She's eating brownies with Jonah.
yeah, okay. Just gonna, I don't know. Just gonna be like, okay. I think there's just too many Sabines that Skype is just like, no, too much. Too much Sabine.
Too much.
Only 5 Sabines are allowed on a call. Please reduce number of Sabines to continue.
Can you guys hear me better now?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
How about now?
Even better.
Yeah.
Great. Awesome. Thanks, Kat.
Okay.
Great.
So we
Great.
solved that issue.
Yay.
We're down to Sabine. Sabine's squad has lost another member. I don't know why I
Hey
said
Zoe, I have to ask. Is that a Jawa wearing Sabine's wig behind you?
it's part of Tuscan Rogues wearing my old Sabine season 2 wig.
Okay.
Yeah.
So great.
Hear me or too?
I forgot about that. Yeah.
The video one?
Just chilling.
All right, we're about to go in the house, so like she'll call you when we get in, right?
Right, okay.
Yeah. Cool.
I'll be wearing my Taekwondo uniform still too.
Awesome. It's a podcast. It won't matter.
Taekwondo, Lizzy.
Taekwondo. Congratulations. Bye.
Can you see me now?
I can. Hi, Maddie.
Hi.
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 Oh.
So it like split both your face and Shay's face in half, so I'm seeing a person that's like half Shay, half Maddie. It's kind of great. Yeah, okay. So Lizzie's coming back soon. We don't know what happened to M.
Love you.
There's a Tuscan wearing Sabine wig behind me. So yeah.
Okay, is that good? Can you hear me like with the mic right here?
Yeah, I can definitely hear you a lot better now. Whatever the issue was, you definitely fixed it.
You had to open a lot of boxes.
Yeah. Okay. You know, that's just part of life. This computer's not doing what they're supposed to.
Mhm.
Part of life. Oh, it's a lost cat.
It's
I
my
love
favorite.
it.
So, my friend who writes she does the art for my website.
Oh,
She made Lothwolf plush animals, and she has one that's spotted that she named Dave.
oh, she needs to give it a little tiny hat.
Yeah.
A little tiny Dave hat. Okay. Did we lose Aliya and Cassandra now too? Because that's not good.
I'm still here.
I'm
Okay.
here.
Okay, good. You guys were being quiet. I was scared.
I feel like we did lose somebody.
I think we
We
did.
lost M and Lizzie. She's going to call on her computer now. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, I didn't realize Sal had Skype on his phone, and he just joined the call. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" So yeah.
That worked.
Can you hear me like a lot better, or is it just a little better?
It's definitely a lot better than it was at first. Cause at first I wasn't really sure that I could actually hear it. I was like, "What's going on?" But now I know. Not crazy.
You better go do that. I don't think that helps.
Okay, so we have notes. There are a lot of people in the notes. There's a blobfish on the notes.
Okay.
I very much like the blobfish.
I'm gonna open.
Oh, and now there is an anonymous mink on the notes. Lots of a mink.
Ooh, typing that's a lot.
And dog.
Oh, can look. But I think I'm gonna wait. I can make a comment.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sad.
Maddie, you're kind of quiet again.
Oh no. That's sad. That's weird. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can everyone else hear?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Pretty quiet, but yeah.
Hold on. Here's a. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. I just had to turn the thing.
Okay.
I'm good. Thank you.
Alright, I'm gonna text Lizzy and bother her. Okay, so we lost M. We have no idea where she is. Lizzy's supposed to be on soon. Okay. I don't know. Okay, so we should just, alright, so we have the notes. Yeah.
I see the people, the guests, and I see topic. I don't see.
Yeah. Called Pink Boba Fett. That's my favorite question, because I just get called Pink Boba Fett like all the time. Even in season 2, when it's like more orange, they still call me Pink Boba Fett. I don't understand.
It's barely any got it.
One time, which I should probably save this for like the podcast, but it's alright, I can tell again. But like I was at a con or something, and I was in season 1, Sabine, and someone was like, "Oh, you got the colors wrong," and I'm just like what? They're like, "Oh, you know, she wears blue." I'm just like, no, no. And then I realized they thought I was Bo-Katan. So I tried to tell them, like, oh no, I'm not Bo, I'm Sabine from Star Wars Rebels. And they're like, no, Sabine is her sister, and it's called Clone Wars, not Rebels. I'm like, no, it's not. And I was just arguing with this person. Like, they thought they knew who I was doing a costume of better than me. I don't understand.
That's amazing.
You added on the notes? Yes. Yeah. I've gotten called like Leia before though too. Like if this so like a woman in Star Wars, I've been called that in Sabine. I've been called Hera, Ahsoka, Leia, Rey. I don't know why or where or like what. Like I don't understand. Sometimes like if it's like a little kid though, because there's been times where it's like a little kid and they're like, oh, Leia, and they're so happy. I'm just like, yeah, okay, I'm Leia. You know what's up?
Sure. It's almost to the point where it freaks me out when people like call me Sabine. I was like, oh my god, you know who it is? Like, good job.
Did you see the blobfish I added or
She's here. Okay.
I just heard whoosh.
Whoosh. Very loud whoosh. Oh, that's Lizzy texting me. She said Skype is being a jerk face. Yeah, pretty much. It's a good summary of everything so far. Oh, okay. There's... Hi, Lizzy. Lizzy, I'm wearing the Force Awakens pop shirt. Oh my gosh.
Twin.
And the necklace, of course.
Yeah, me too.
Lizzy, it's doing the glitch sound thing. Can you fix it? Or it was. It's not.
I'm gonna turn off camera. Bye.
Turn off camera. Bye, Lizzy. Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Wow.
Okay, so
Hi, Maddie. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
So I have no idea where M went.
Oh, she really is proud.
She's MIA. So I mean, I guess she could join back later. I don't have a way to contact her except through Skype, which you know, that would be difficult. If you know. Oh, okay, through Instagram. That sounds good, yeah. I don't know why I'm responding twice, but I am. Again, with a loud push sound.
Do it.
Yeah, so. Lots
So,
of things.
other notes?
Our notes. I sent them. They're on
Okay.
If you scroll through all the messages,
Yeah.
they're somewhere.
Yeah.
Picture of my dog to the note.
Picture your dog to the notes. You know, that's a pretty good Star Wars Geek Girl tradition, and your dog is adorable. Oh my god. I love.
Yeah, I see it. Oh.
Can't see it. I must see it. Where?
I would show you, but you know, it doesn't look like anything right from here.
Lizzy,
Yeah.
it's a lawful.
There he is. Small boy. Small. That's just boy.
We got more people in the notes. We have an anonymous cormorant. Now.
What's it? What?
It's some kind of bird, it looks like.
There's a blobfish. I love it. Who's the blobfish?
I don't know.
I don't.
Whoever doesn't have the blobfish on their screen is probably who the blobfish is.
It's not me, sadly.
Sorry if you all heard that, but I had to take a picture of the blobfish. It is beautiful.
It's a beautiful blob.
A blob of fish.
Here, I sent Lizzy a picture of my dog.
Yay.
Okay, so we have a message out to M. It's like 7:40, so I don't want to keep you all up late because a lot of us are East Coasters, unlike some people.
I'm sorry.
So we'll start, and cause M can hop in and talk, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Click. Okay. Hello, my name is Zoe Hinton, and I'm here with, as usual, Lizzy.
Hi.
And we have a lot of people on actually right now, so we'll go through everyone. I don't know what order to do everyone. Yeah. I don't know. Who wants to go first, I guess? Too much of a decision for me.
Hello, I'm Maddie. I'm a senior cosplayer, and I live in California.
Yay. Me too.
West Coasters with your son. Okay, so
Who's next?
I'll go next. Yeah. We'll just work our way across the map because I'm in Utah, so it's not quite East Coast, West Coast. More West Coast, I guess. We've got our son. Hi. I'm Aliya. I'm on a lot of forums. I'm from St. George. I'm working on my 6th Sabine costume. Because I have a problem. Also, I judge the Sabine costumes and Ezra and Kanan and Hera costumes for Rebel Legion. I used to judge for the Mercs, but it was too much for me. I also do Leia's bounty hunter disguise and Count Dooku in his pajamas for the 501st. Just because I can.
Okay. I have a question now. Have you ever actually slept in the Dooku pajamas?
I really, really should. I haven't because I'm afraid to mess him up. But I feel like if I do, I'll have to do it with the beard on. So.
Yeah, you have to.
It's the only way. I'll wake up, it'll be on my ankle. Cool. Yeah.
Okay, I guess that leaves me. I'm Shay. I'm actually in West Virginia, and I have the Elven Padawan podcast and website. And I don't do Sabine or anybody. I do Ray, but I'm not part of any club yet. So I want that to happen as soon as I'm old enough. But if I understand correctly, I have to be 19 to get in a lot of the clubs. So
18,
I also... Okay, 18. Then I also have a gender-bent Thrawn costume that I'm doing, that I'm perfecting. It looks kind of lame because I'm not super good at the makeup yet, but that's my little baby that I'm working on.
So.
Okay, so that's, that leaves Cassandra, right?
Yep. Okay, so I'm Cassandra. I'm from Florida, so really, really far down at the bottom of the East Coast there. I'm in 4 different clubs with a lot of costumes and a lot more that I'm building. I'm in the Dark Empire. I'm in the Mandalorian Mercs. I'm actually a costume judge for the Mandalorian Mercs. Just a plain old Rebel Legion member, just got approved. 501st got a TIE pilot, and yeah.
Alright, that's everyone. I feel like, yeah. Okay. So we have another, because we have another Sabine, but she'll hopefully join us later, but we don't quite know where she is at the moment, so hopefully she'll come and introduce herself, but as of right now, it's us. Okay, so we have notes that now have a giant blobfish on them.
It's giant. It's not that. Actually, no, it needs to be bigger.
Oh, wow, it really does look like Unkar Platt. But pink.
Pink.
It really does. That's amazing. baby.
Okay, so we have like a list of just topics like to generally discuss as Sabines. So our first one is like when everyone first saw Sabine, and as an extension that I'm adding right now, like what made you decide to do a costume of her?
Ooh.
I'll go. I first saw Sabine and my dad was like, hey, there's this cool new show called Star Wars Rebels and I think you're really going to like it. And then he showed me all the characters. And so I saw Sabine and I was like, wow, that's really cool. And my dad said, do you want to have a Sabine costume? Because he made the helmet for me. And then he said, like, I don't know how long it was later, but he said, do you want to do the full costume? I'm like, wow, I had never heard of anything like that before, so I thought it was really cool. So I said, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that's when I started drooping as Sabine.
Okay. I first saw Sabine from the clips.
Yeah, the Meet Sabine, Meet Ezra.
Yeah, and then like the little shorts, like Art Attack and everything.
Oh yeah.
And I saw that, and actually when I first saw all the clips, I was just like getting so excited for the show, but like I didn't really think about doing a costume because the only costume I'd ever done at that point was a Jawa. And moving from Jawa to Sabine, I'll have to say, it was like kind of a transition. Cause like in Jawa, all I had to do was like run around and do dumb things and be cute and make noises. But like Sabine, I had to like actually think of things to say.
True story.
But yeah, so cause I was looking at it and my dad showed me a picture of Lizzy and her, well, I guess of Lizzy's mom, of Liz, and her Sabine costume. And I was like, oh, that looks really awesome. And I still wasn't on board. And then, like, after a while, I was like, okay, you know what? She's cool. We'll do the costume. And then I did it. Here I am.
Oh. Anyone else want to go? I don't know.
Yeah, I can go.
Okay.
Yeah, so I first met Sabine. My husband introduced me to the show because we were both doing Boba Fett at the time. I was like, okay, hopefully one of us can be Boba Fett, and we decided since my Boba Fett was better that somehow he should be Boba Fett. Because I was better as Sabine. So I watched the Art Attack clip and I was like, oh dang, she's really cool. I went out and got some fabric, and so I was like watching the show like as I was making the costume, and I was like, oh sweet, she's cool. And the rest of the yeah. First for everything.
I was gonna say something, and then it left my brain whole. What?
I guess I'll go next really fast. So when I first saw the clip of Sabine, I was like, whoa, that's so cool. You know, and my mom wanted my brother to be Ezra, and we had the whole family on to it. And then she was like, I'm doing Sabine. So I was like, oh, all right. Okay. This is fine. That leaves me with Hera. Yeah, I was really, really happy when we found. This sounds weird, but I was really happy when we found out Hera and Kanan had a thing. So and my dad was Kanan and I was Hera. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be Sabine now because that's weird.
Good switch.
So, my mom gave me Sabine, and she became Hera. And she's just so cool, like she's so artistic, and I love to draw. Like I'm not that good at it, but I love to do it.
That's not true, Lizzy.
So,
She's very good at it.
Yeah.
no. No. Anyway, and she loves explosives, and like the way she mixes it together is just so awesome. I loved her and her short hair. Yeah,
I
Sabine's
think
great.
I remember what I was gonna say. Because before Sabine, I wanted to do a Mando, and so I was like, well, female Mando, that's Bo-Katan. So I was gonna actually do Bo-Katan, and then Sabine came out, and like, never mind, I'm doing that one. She's purple and has cool hair. That's what I want.
That's an awesome reason to say it.
Alright,
Like,
so,
I was going to be Bo-Katan, but this is way better.
no offense to Bo-Katan though, she's really cool, but Sabine is better.
She was a bad guy. Now she's good.
Did we get everyone?
Cassandra.
Well, like, I was gonna say I don't cosplay Sabine, but I have an experience with making Sabine stuff because my little sister has always loved Mandos, and honestly, like they do this thing like where if you were in Star Wars, what would you be? Like she would honestly be a Mando. She's got the attitude, and just like everything about her is very, very Mando. And she's always loved them. And like we didn't get into Rebels until about the second season, but she already knew that that was the character she was gonna love. So me and my other little sister kind of snuck around behind her back for her birthday after we started watching Rebels, and we made her. I don't know if any of y'all have seen on StarWars.com. They have how you can make a jacket that looks like Sabine's armor.
Oh yeah.
So that's the season 1 model, and it shows you how to do it. Well, I've never done anything like that before. But me and my other little sister got all the stuff together and made her a jacket, but with the season 2 version armor, because that was her favorite. And she doesn't wear it a ton. She says she's afraid of getting messed up. But we like did the paint, and I did the shoulder patch and all that. So it's not like legit armor, but that was a fun experience. And like, I don't know. I personally, no offense to anyone, y'all's Sabines are amazing, and I just don't think I'd be able to pull that off.
I think my attitude.
I would love to do Hera one day, just because she's I don't know. She's become one of my favorite Star Wars girls ever.
Do Hera and then come up and troop with me in Pennsylvania, because I don't have a Hera and I really want one.
Aww.
That would be cool.
Like, my sister does Ketsu, but that's it for Rebels characters.
Oh, I've always wanted to do Ketsu. That's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we have Ketsu. We had to make the helmet ourselves because no one else made one, but I have my Ketsu. That's it. I had an Ezra, and then he moved to California. Then I got another Ezra, and he quit being Ezra. So, like, all my Ezras leave me.
That's a hard life. My Ezra's the best because my Ezra is a girl, and it's just amazing. But it makes all the Ezra Bean fan art like really awkward. It's like, oh no. Wait, I love you. It's not like love you.
I would love to do a gender swapped Ezra one day. I would probably like change it so he actually is a girl, but I love his color so much.
He wears I love orange. It's like my favorite color. So I love that Ezra wears orange, but on the other hand, whenever he's like sneaking around somewhere, I'm like, you're wearing bright orange. This is not a good idea.
He blends in so well. Shush, so.
Like, honestly, the entire Rebels crew, with maybe Kanan as an exception, they just don't blend in at all. Zeb is giant and purple. Sabine's a million colors. hair is bright green and wears bright orange. Like, she doesn't even try to compensate for the green. No, she's wearing bright orange too.
When she was undercover, she wore brown.
She did for one episode.
You jump from rooftop to rooftop.
It's true.
Yeah.
The orange gives him his superpowers.
Well, I still can't get over Hera's Heroes, where she's trying to pretend to be a slave girl, and she's clearly a pilot, and she's got the rebel rank badge and everything.
Her flight suit.
I'm like, well,
She tried. She tried, you know? Points for effort, because I probably would have been like, okay, I'm wearing the flight suit. Just take me now. You know you got me. But she tried, you know? A for effort.
With all this, like, I don't know. There was one time, there was a show at WonderCon, and Axel was for Saber Guild, and Axel was supposed to be young Kylo in the show. It was gonna be really cool. It was gonna be really cool, right? And then he got sick the day of the show, like really sick, and so they put me in the small Kylo.
oh no.
And I had to learn the whole form. And I felt bad because, like, my chest gave away that I was a girl and not Kylo.
Oh no.
I felt so bad. Yeah, so everyone thought, oh, it's young Rey. I'm like, no, Kylo, actually.
A for effort.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
I don't think we heard from Cassandra when she first saw Sabine.
No, I was sitting back and being quiet. Sorry, I was listening to the interesting conversation. I think the first time I saw Sabine was when the first two-parter episode aired. That was kind of my first glimpse of her. It definitely took a while for her to grow on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know people who didn't like Sabine at first for a number of reasons. I looked at her and I was like, okay, I love her. Cause like she had short dyed hair, and this is when I was in 8th grade, so I had short hair, but I wasn't allowed to dye it because of my school, and and I really wanted to dye it.
I remember when you had undyed hair. It was easy to draw you.
I felt really bad because so Lizzy sent me this Star Wars Geek Girl like emergency like tissue box, and I feel really bad because it has me with my blue and like yellow hair, but like when I got this, when she sent this, it was like a week and a half after I cut that hair off.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad. Because look, this is so good, but I felt so bad.
So mean, so mean.
I'm sorry.
So, like, y'all were talking about people who it took Sabine a while for them to get warmed up to her. And, like, I never disliked Sabine, but she was never my favorite. About season 3 is when I started really liking her. So, like, she was cool and all, but I was worried that they were going to keep her as that cool girl who doesn't really have a deep story or character or anything. She's just there to be cool. And just look neat and, you know, kill all the bad guys, but never actually have a lot of depth. But about season 3, I was like, wow, this is so great. I'm so glad they're doing this with her.
I love her backstory and just everything. It's just so awesome.
So, her parents and her brother and the whole thing is just so cool.
So awesome.
And her with the Darksaber. And Ezra saves her.
I'm very excited to get my Darksaber. I really want to hit things with it. It's so cool. Well, wait, I know someone who did a pre-Vizsla, And, like, all I did when I trooped with him was just play with his Darksaber because it was so much fun. And I remember one time, because I was in my season, like, 1 Sabine, and I was playing with his Darksaber, and he was like, Sabine doesn't use her Darksaber, and I was like, well, she could someday, she's Mandalorian. And guess what? I was right. Just saying.
So it's you I get to thank for that. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for the dark saber. I love it.
Zoe is secretly working for Dave.
Yeah, I wish.
Feeding him all the ideas.
I feel like if I met Dave, I'd just cry and ask him why he hurt Kanan. That would be my instinct.
Oh, I've got a few words for Dave. Like, stop making me repaint the jetpack. I don't like making duplicates of those. Oh, so many issues.
It would probably be somewhere between, like, thank you so much for this. This, like, did so much for my fandom. And also, why do you exist?
Yeah, in that area.
Like,
Do you know
really
what
nice.
you did to my wallet?
That too.
I think a question that a lot of helmet makers would want to ask is why couldn't she just have a normal night owl helmet? Like, why does it have to be just a little bit different?
A little bit different.
I feel like that's the thing with a lot of things in
Hasn't he
Rebels.
said in the past?
Like, all of her stuff is, like, just, like, it's, like, close enough so you think, oh, I'll just use this thing for Clone Wars. But it's just a little different so you can't. Just a little bit.
Well, hasn't he said before that he purposefully does stuff like that to mess up cosplayers?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which I think it's revenge because he was in the Rebel Legion, I believe, before he worked on Clone Wars, and he did a Plo Koon costume.
Oh, I heard about that.
I feel like he's just bitter because he just did one of the hardest costumes. So now he wants to make everyone's costumes hard. That's my theory. He's just bitter.
Yeah.
Well, I know I've read about people who do Hera, and they're like, okay, yeah, it looks simple, but notice that there are, like, no seams in the entire shirt. Like, there are no seams in it. It's just there.
Finding boots for Sabine was, like, impossible. We looked everywhere. Because, like, she has, like, a weird heel, and there's, like, no seam where seams in boots usually are. And it's just so weird. And then I think one time, because we looked for him so much, we couldn't find him. Then one time we were in Ross getting, like, clothes or something. And we walked by these boots, and we're like, hey, look at those. And we bought them, and I still wear them to this day, because we can't find them again.
Anytime I think I see boots that'll work, I just buy, like, 5 pair of them. Just like, oh my god.
Well, there's only one pair, and yeah. My feet haven't grown much since we got them, thankfully. I don't know what I'd do if I grew out of them, because that's all we got.
Did you see your Jew boots for the end of season 4 don't have paint splatters on them anymore? That's another one of my issues. Like, oh, and clean your boots, you slob. Oh my gosh.
Or in season 3, when I first saw her hair, my first thought was, oh my gosh, that's so awesome, I love this new haircut. My second thought was, how am I supposed to make a wig of that? Seriously? Because, like, with season 1 and 2, you could find a wig with that cut already and then just, like, change the color. But that is, like, an undercut, it's got weird bangs.
Yeah. Well, but I think you have Tia Sarkar to blame for that one, though.
Yeah,
I'll blame her. I don't want to blame her, though. It's easier to blame Dave. It's more fun to blame Dave.
He allowed it to happen. How about that?
Yeah.
So are any of y'all planning to update to the end of season 4 look?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually love that look.
I still don't have season 3, but I'm already planning for the end of season 4.
Well, hopefully that wig won't be. I don't know if you would do a wig with that or if you do your real hair or what. I don't know.
I would just do. I've had that haircut before. I'll just get it again and dye it purple. It's fine.
I'm still trying to decide if the wig is gonna work or not.
It'd be really, really short. Because it's kind of like the short Kanan hair combined combined with Ezra's hair with like Sabine like sprinkled in. Like that's what it looks like.
Sprinkled in.
Well, everybody, after that aired, everybody was flipping out. They were like, oh, she cut her hair short for Ezra. I'm like, no, look at it. She did it for Kanan. It's clearly Kanan's.
I think Sabine just, she just cut her hair. She's probably had a million haircuts.
I think she just kind of combined.
It's like 5 years from the end of Rebels to after Return of the Jedi. Like,
Right.
She's had a million haircuts since then.
I would kind of want, like, I don't know, Forces of Destiny episode or something, where she does that, like, Ahsoka calls her and is like, I'm coming to pick you up. She's like, okay, and she goes and cuts her hair the way Kanan did.
Cool.
So I feel like that might be a
Ahsoka.
bad sign, considering what happened with Kanan, but I think that would be really cool.
Cool and Ahsoka just coming to pick her up. You know?
Yeah.
Float that to Dave. So great.
I don't know. I'm excited to see where the Ahsoka, because like the next animated series should just be like the adventures of Sabine and Ahsoka going to find Ezra.
Preach.
That would be like the best.
But I need Hera and Jason to join them like one season in.
Ahsoka picks up Sabine, and then Sabine's just like, hey, Space Mom, want to come look for Ezra? She's like, yeah, sure. Can Jason come? It's all good. Look at Zeb, too. Everyone's in on the action. It's fine.
I'd watch that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he will not do it specifically because he knows that's what we want.
Yeah, that's true.
But I wish.
But, I mean, he also made Ahsoka Fulcrum, which is, like, what everyone wanted. Which is the reason, actually, because, like, going into, like, when the end of season 1, I was like, okay, I really want Ahsoka to be Fulcrum, which is exactly why she's not Fulcrum, because that's just not what Filoni will do. But he did it, so, that was cool.
Things happen. You just gotta believe. Like, I believe this is the last time she'll paint her armor.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
No, there's gonna be a bunch of things. Maybe it is the last time, but there'll be a bunch of stuff, like, in the years in between. And we'll have to do all that.
I feel like the only way she would not paint her armor again is because she is physically unable to paint her armor again. I don't want to think about that.
She'd find a way. If she lost her arm, well, I guess losing arms isn't a big deal in Star Wars. Never mind. Everyone does that.
That's the most likely. It's like, lost a couple limbs.
Like,
with my toes.
I don't know. I wanted to have all the Sabines. I want to do, like, the undercover Sabine with the orange outfit, which I think it looks dumb, but Sabine wears it, so I want it.
She just borrowed all of Ezra's clothes.
Yeah, pretty much. So my dad, when I turn 18, since my dad's, like, hardcore Imperial guy, I have to join the 501st first. So my plan is I'll do an animated TIE pilot, and then I'll take off the helmet, stick some brown hair out the balaclava, and join the Rebel Legion as undercover Sabine. And it works.
I want to do Scout Trooper Sabine.
Me too. I want all the Sabines.
All.
Every Sabine.
Scout Trooper's expensive.
Well, I mean, yeah. It's an animated Scout Trooper, so it'll be even more expensive because no one makes them.
It's cheaper, and there is somebody that makes it. So if you really want to,
Really?
it's the girl that made it did it out of Walt's Trooper Factory kids biker scout armor. So the kids version, yeah, a couple modifications, but it didn't take much. But I think it looks better than the originals, to be honest.
It looks like cleaner, I guess. Is the word.
Yeah, more feminine too. Just a little.
I like that, like, she and Ezra just decided to, like, they were like, okay, we'll match, and then they put it on, but, like, because you never notice how, like, in season 3 and 4, Ezra's, like, gotten, like, bigger than Sabine until they're both wearing this, like, the scout armor, and you're like, oh no, Ezra. So, It's okay, Sabine. I understand. I'm tiny too.
Well, the thing that I find really funny is that whenever people make like edits and collages and stuff for the Rebels characters, they always want to use that one shot of Ezra from the beginning of season 3 where he's holding his lightsaber like over his head, and it makes him look like really, really muscular, and it looks kind of odd to me because I'm like, that is not what Ezra looks like normally.
He's just trying to be cool.
He's like showing off.
All right, so we're already kind of here, but what's everyone's favorite Sabine?
Ooh. It's always the newest one.
That's
whatever it is.
That's how it was for me. I was like, it's like, because every time this new Sabine came out, I was like, oh, that's my favorite. But then when season 4 Sabine, I like season 3 better. But now I like the end of season 4 Sabine, I think, more.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna go with that.
I like season 1.
Actually, yeah. It's the classic.
You know, I liked it a lot. I think it's more simple, but I also like the color too. Instead of the more orange, but yeah. And I have a different one too. But yeah, I think season 1 is my favorite.
Yeah, there's so many.
That's actually one of my goals, is to one day just dress up as Sabine and then put on different pieces from all the different seasons.
Well, my goal is to find a con that's like an entire week long that I can be there, and then one day wear season 1, and then next day season 2, and then the next day season 3.
That would be.
Dude.
I actually ran into a Sabine, not like literally, but I found a Sabine cosplayer at Lexington Comic Con last weekend. That's the first time I actually met a legit Sabine cosplayer in real life. I was just like, can I take a picture of you? And she was like, sure. It was just like, I think she knew that I knew what character she was, because I was just like really excited.
Yeah, we don't have as many like Rebels cosplayers on the East Coast in my experience, I guess. Remember, okay, one time I was really excited because I was at an event in West Virginia, actually. I was at an event a couple months ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's a Kanan and a Callus and a Hera here. And then another Sabine walks out. And she hung out with them the whole time, and I had to be away, so there wasn't 2 Sabines in the same place. I was so sad. So it was like, finally more Rebels characters, but then they already had a Sabine. I was so sad.
Like, I meet no one here who watches the show. Like, there are a few people I know, and they watch it because I just kept harassing them. And next to no one actually gets into it. I'm like, what's wrong with everyone?
Yeah, we don't have lots of Rebels watchers over here. It's sad. I remember one time, actually, I was talking to this kid, this is like last year in math class, and somehow Rebels came up, and he was like, oh yeah, Rebels is so dumb. And I was like, excuse me. We were talking, and he's like, yeah, I stopped watching it after the first season. And I was like, oh, so you don't know that in season 3? Because this is during season 3. He's like, you don't know that Maul and Kenobi are going to fight, or that Thrawn is in season 3. I just started listing all the stuff, and he's like, oh my god. And the next day, he came into school, he's like, I caught up last night. I'm so excited. Yes!
Nice.
I won.
I'm getting the bad part for me is that I can convince people to watch it. They stop after season 2. Like, I'm like, yes, season 3 is a little bit hard to get through in places, but hang in there because the good episodes are amazing.
Well, that's like, because I tried to convince my math teacher, like, freshman year to watch Clone Wars. And he just like, he said he watched the first couple episodes. He's like, I thought it was kind of kiddish. I'm like, I know, but you just got to get through the first 2 seasons. And then you go to Mortis, and like people die. You just got to get through the first 2, man.
Put in some work.
Nice.
Well, I was listening to a podcast. I kind of want to actually say the name of the podcast, but I kind of don't, just because it was a really, really, really popular Star Wars podcast. I'll say that. So, and
if you're gonna say bad
they
things,
were like reviewing. Yeah. Okay. So all I wanted to say is that like they started hating on Kanan, and I was like, "What are you doing?"
What's there to hate on about Kanan?
They said that after season 2, he totally lost all his interestingness as a character. They were like, it just really got boring. I was like,
he was blinded. How is that not interesting? What? What?
Well, and I was like, what's going on here? Because I was like, they were like, well, what made him interesting is he's like this like cowboy Jedi who is trying to figure out the balance between being like a Han Solo kind of guy and being an actual Jedi. And he was cool, and then he got blinded, and then the only reason you even care is because he's slowing down the story. And then all of a sudden they start trying to cram this relationship down your throat, and you're like, okay, now.
Alright, bye. Pause, gone.
Yeah, I mean, they had some interesting things to say about like other stuff. I can't remember what it was, but I was like, what are you talking about?
That hurts my soul.
A little bit, yeah.
Do not disrespect the living. He's fine, you know. He's okay.
Walk it off, Kaden. Walk it off.
He just curled into a ball and just rolled away. He's okay. It's fine.
Denial, Zoe, denial.
I have a theory about that, but
he's okay. He's
the theory that he pulled a Luke Skywalker on us. Maybe.
Yeah, he's okay.
Luckily.
It's alright. He's okay. It's all good.
Yeah. He's fine.
He's fine.
He's just burned really, really bad. He's gonna look like Darth Vader now.
Oh.
Maybe I'd rather him not be around.
He's already blind, Lizzie. Give him a break.
I know. What kind of a life would he be living?
He's just on Lothal, eating brownies. No, he was secretly on the Star Destroyer with Ezra, so he's eating brownies with Jonah too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's just eating brownies with Jonah. If we go to Jonah's house right now, we'll just see the entire Ghost crew there just eating brownies. It's fine.
Oh, but don't forget her Ma too, because she wants to meet Kanan.
And Ma. Ma's there.
Yes.
It's all good. Okay.
Keep telling yourself that, Zoe.
He's fine, Lizzie. No, he's okay. The haircut. He didn't actually cut his hair. That was his clone that cut his hair. His clone, Janan. So, you know, Janan Karras. His name's Janan Karras. Janan Karras died, but Kanan Jarrus is fine.
So
He's okay. It's alright.
Giving me false hope.
It's not false. If it's not false, I don't know.
It is false.
I don't know.
It's only false if it's not true, dang it.
Yeah. Okay.
You already cried enough, Lizzie.
Yeah. Yeah, Lizzie, you're never gonna convince me of this. Just FYI.
I can show you all the clips.
You really shouldn't. Okay.
But
Over and over and over.
Okay.
but I have a question.
What?
So like, they said that bit in man, I can't remember the name of the episode, but the one and the part where he appears behind Hera's shoulder. Okay. They said that was not a Force ghost.
Yeah,
And why
yeah.
was his clothes all mixed up?
Well, he was trying to do the Luke thing, when Luke, like, projected himself, and he was like, he just wasn't sure, like, he's like, do I want to have the full beard? Do I want to have the new outfit? It was just, he had to make some decisions, and he got himself all mixed up.
Not what Dave said.
I don't care what Dave said.
That's not what Dave said.
Dave is mean.
But doesn't he sometimes, like, confuse us on purpose, maybe?
But
Dave is mean.
he seems serious.
He's mean. We're getting off track.
Making his fans mad.
What?
It makes him happy to make us confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to think that, like, after the Rebels finale aired, Dave was just sitting scrolling through Twitter with, like, a bag of popcorn, laughing to himself.
Yep.
I really do have to wonder, honestly.
Where even were we on the notes? We were on, do you have an entire ghost crew to troop with? I don't. It sucks. Someone, if you live in Pennsylvania, do ghost crew costumes so I can have friends, please.
Agreed. So.
Rogue Rebels. They're already kind of their own ghost crew.
Great. Let's see. I think we have a full ghost crew. I'm trying to go through. We have a Keegan, a Hera, and an Ezra. We have a backpack that we carry around.
And Zeb doesn't count because...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
I've seen one person do a Zeb once, and it looked so weird. I was like, no.
Zeb, like...
It's a hard one.
Like, I've seen, like, pictures of Zeb costumes, and, like, they look like they're really, like, they're good, but they still look weird because Zeb is Zeb.
They look like they walked straight out of Rebels without transferring into what the real world looks like.
But, like, if you transferred into the real world, I feel like that would be absolutely terrifying, and no one would want to be within, like, 10 feet of you, because it looks like, because if you see, like, the concept art he was based on of Chewie, like, that,
yes.
Like, no one wants to see that. Zeb can stay animated where he looks like a big, fluffy purple kitty that I want to pet.
I don't know. I want to see an actual something of him where he actually looks live action.
I feel like Zeb would be a good, like, if someone had, like, really advanced, like, animatronics, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that, I feel like that'd be the only way to get, like, a perfect Zeb. And even then, it would still be, like, Chuck E. Cheese nightmare Zeb.
You need Steve Bloom to do the voice for it, too.
Yeah. I don't know, I've met people who do really good Zeb impressions. It'd have to be one of them, too. I don't know,
I guess that could work. What if you just had Steve Bloom walk around with you?
Like a,
like the full ghost. Look, it's Zeb.
What's the thing where it's like the person has a puppet and they talk without making their lips move? What's that?
Yeah.
He'd have to be doing that.
Like a ventriloquist?
Yeah, that thing.
It could happen.
Do y'all think we'll ever have the chance of seeing a live-action Lasat ever?
I hope not. Because it would probably be CGI, and, like, I feel like that would be scary. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I hope so, but I'm afraid.
It's like, on one hand, like, Rebel is being acknowledged in, like, movie canon, but in the other hand, like, I don't want to see that.
They have them down good animated because they look intimidating, but they can also be like cute creatures. Like, I don't know, live action would just make them look scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think a good-ish example would be like from the Beauty and the Beast movie, because like in the 2D animation, the Beast is like, I don't want to say he's cute because he's not, but like it's not really that scary. It's just like, oh, brown fur thing. But like in the live action, when you first see it, it's like too human in a way. Like I'm not saying Lasat would look too human, but you know what I mean? Like it's different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, you have the Wookiees, and they're like
Yeah.
cute and kind of nice looking.
In the animation, they looked weird.
Yeah, the reverse Lasat.
We have this, there's this group of people by where we are that costumes as Zeb and Hera, and they look pretty good. They're kind of like exactly animated. I don't know how to explain it.
Were they at Celebration? Because I think I saw them.
Yeah.
I've seen them too, yeah.
I think I've seen pictures.
Where they have like the frozen face and it's just
Yeah.
like a helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks really good as like Rebels, but like if you try to transfer Zeb into live action, I don't think you could. His legs bend the wrong way. I mean,
Yeah, you have to have like really
They're not the
weird
wrong way for him.
stilts. Yeah, they're the right way for him. I don't know. I know there's someone around who's like a friend of ours who does like a really, really good Chewy. Like he like the mouth, it's really good. It's amazing. And he's always like, this mask isn't good enough. And then he makes another one. And you're like, it looks the exact same, but somehow better. It's crazy. I don't know how he does it. And I'm always asking him to do a Zeb. He always says no. Every time. But, you know, I'll break him one day.
We believe in you.
I saw fan art of a young female Lasat once, not like Chava the Wise. Like she looked cool, but it didn't register with me that it was a Lasat. It looked really, really cat-like and really, really feminine. I was like, "What is that? It looks cool." And I was like, "Oh wait."
I would like to see more Lasat, but animated. I'm not physically ready for like a live action Lasat.
What if it was like the Battlefront 2 style animation?
I don't know, that's still like too realistic.
I feel like they might could pull it off in that.
Maybe. I don't know. I remember in Battlefront, I always use like the bow rifle and the, I forget the name of it, but like the Hera pistol. I'm horrible with both of them, but I have to use them.
Yeah.
I'm obligated to use them. Huh?
What about a Lasat in the Forces of Destiny? I think that would make a Lasat look really cute.
Yeah, that would be a little baby Lasat. That could be a Forces of Destiny short. Sabine and Hera and Zeb go save a little baby Lasat.
Aw. I'm just kind of thinking of that part in the one with the babies, and he grabbed the little, I think it was the Itharian baby, and was like, "Oh, that's a baby."
Zeb. I was gonna say something. All right, this is something I texted to Lizzy, like, cause we did the episode with Jonah last, and we were talking about Rebels, and I came up with this like right after we were finished, and I was really mad I didn't say it on the podcast. So I'm gonna say it now. But like, cause the name Jason for Jason Syndulla kind of sounds out of nowhere, but I was thinking, what if it's the name of Hera's brother that died? That Thrawn mentioned.
Yeah.
Dude.
You know.
Aw. I've seen that, like, part of me, like, wants it to be, but I have to wonder, like, I know the fan idea was always that if they ever had a child, it would get Hera's last name. I'm just curious if there's an in-canon reason why that happened.
Well, Kanan's dead, so...
Well,
Well, he's not dead, he's disappeared. But as far as she knows, he's dead.
But... I've wondered if it was maybe to disguise the identity of it.
Or, like, I think part of it is also just, like, because Kanan's moved himself away from the name Doom. For, like,
Right.
all intents and purposes. And Jairus isn't technically a name that, like, holds... it holds value to him, but it's not... Like, it came up with it on the fly once to get out of trouble. Where Syndulla, that's, like, her family name. It's a powerful and important clan on Ryloth.
That makes sense.
So, it's, like, more important, I guess, than Jairus. Like, it holds more weight.
Well, like, I totally get that. I just feel like it's kind of sad because unless you know, you don't know that he has any connection to Kanan. Like, it's just kind of sad.
Syndulla is like a family name, so he's just continuing on the family tree.
Yeah. Okay. So, we have so many notes. We just keep getting sidetracked. Okay. Funniest experience in wait, I missed some. The picture threw me off. Oh no. What costume groups do you belong to? Okay. So.
A few. I think Cassandra's got me beat by one.
Cassandra, which ones are you in?
Dark Empire, Mandalorian Mercs, 501st Legion, and Rebel Legion.
Wow.
Except Rebel Legion, I actually hold some kind of position in the club, too.
That's the best. I guess I used to be in 4 before Orb went away. Yeah. Rebel Legion, 501st, Mercs. Mostly just Sabine costumes, so I don't have time for anything else. I have dreams, dang it.
Okay. I am in the Galactic Academy. Because I'm not 18, so I'm little. I am, what's my number? I'm CDZ 00098. Because I started trooping 10 years, 11? A while ago.
Dude.
I used to be a very tiny Jawa.
I'm also in the Galactic Academy. And I have an Inferno squad. I'm Gideon.
Oh, that's awesome.
You've an Inferno squad?
Yeah, we're all in the Galactic Academy, so they call us the Campfire Squad.
Aww.
That's awesome. That's adorable. I love that.
I don't see a ton of Inferno Squad cosplayers, and I haven't seen anybody yet do the Rebel versions, so which that kills me because they're so cool.
Yeah. I want what's Aiden's daughter's name?
Zay.
I want her jacket. It's really cool.
Her jacket's awesome. It's her dad's jacket.
I know. I want it. And also I like her name because it starts with a Z, and names that start with Z are just cool for some reason. I don't know.
I like her name because it's the first Star Wars character that ever has a name anywhere close to mine.
Oh.
So it's
Shay.
like with a Z instead of an S.
I didn't think.
Close enough.
I want to cosplay Rebel Aiden one day. Don't know if I ever will. I don't look anything like her, but I love her outfit. So like,
Aiden's cool.
And I've thought about maybe doing Zay, but I don't look anything like her either. So like, I'm not at all built like her.
Aiden died a lot because of me. I feel bad.
Yeah.
Because like every time I did something stupid and she died, I just felt terrible.
I felt bad for Del because she kept dying on him. He was like, no, I'm like, oops, sorry.
Yeah. Shriv got annoyed with me too, because like he would be running and like I'm just, especially on the this is spoilers, I guess, for Battlefront 2. Although that came out a while ago, so you know. But
Yeah.
like when we were on the in like the beginning of the add-on part, when like we were just shooting like everybody because there's like the stormtroopers, but also the like insurgents on the planet's name that I can't remember because I'm bad at names. But like, so like, I just saw him and I just started shooting him and he always yelled at me and I felt bad because I love Shrimp.
My sisters and I will shoot him just to see what he's gonna say. It's always
He's
has funny
great.
comeback.
That reminds me, I went to Disneyland with my dad, and we did the VR experience, and I accidentally kept shooting the wrong people. And nothing happened to them because they weren't stormtroopers, but yeah, so I kept shooting the wrong person. I'm like, no, stop shooting me, you're doing it wrong. Every time stormtroopers would shoot you, you were wearing a vest that would like vibrate.
Oh. I'm bad at not shooting stormtroopers whenever I play Battlefront, because you know it switches you from Imperial to Rebel, and so like I don't want to say I'm good on the Rebel team because I'm very terrible at the game just overall, but like I'm better when I'm on the Rebel side. When I'm on the Imperial side, it's like stormtrooper, pow pow, and I'm like, no wait, not supposed to do that. Whoops. One time I was terrified because there's a Kylo Ren walking towards me and I was so scared and I was shooting at him and then I remembered I was a stormtrooper.
I mean, you should still be scared.
Yeah, that's true.
So great.
I just had a thought. I had a thought about Hera and Aiden being friends and Zay and Jason being friends and Jason being like an older brother to Zay. Maybe.
Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess Jason would be older. That makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I love a lot of things, I guess. I don't know.
I want everybody to come together and know each other.
It's a very small galaxy, okay?
It's really not.
Yeah, no.
What else we got? We have, we didn't finish going through the costume groups, actually, so. Did anyone not say theirs?
I didn't say it. I'm in Saber Guild and part of the Mandalorian Mercs. And Saber Guild, yeah, that's it for now.
You're not in Galactic Academy?
No, I'm not.
Oh. You don't have a number?
I don't have a number.
And I remember when 501st numbers were 4 digits. When I joined, they're going to be like 8. It seemed like a rookie.
That would be awesome. Probably 6 though. Who knows?
So, is that it? Are we, what's the next
The
question?
next one is the best experience in costume.
Ooh.
Ooh, meeting Zoe in costume.
Yeah, well, we weren't in costume when we met. We were in
No.
normal street clothes because you tackled me on the street. I almost got hit by a car. It was fun.
Oh my god. Gary.
We did our panel in Sabine. That was fun. We had to wake up early to put the costume on, but it was still fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. I think when me and my ghost crew went and got a picture with Vanessa Marshall, the voice of Hera. And so we've done that with Steve Bloom and Vanessa Marshall now. So those are my two favorite moments. we had a Zeb one, and it was awesome.
I got Tia Sarkar to sign the inside of my helmet at Celebration, so that was pretty cool.
So one day I'll meet her.
She is so nice. It's like every time, because there was like a line, and every time she saw a Sabine cosplayer, she got so excited. It was great.
That's a dream.
I go on a lot of trips with them, and I think a lot of the time it's just making little kids smile when they run up to you and give you big hugs.
Yeah.
My favorite. I don't have a yeah.
That's a good one.
I'm trying to think of what else. Also at Celebration. A lot of these are at Celebration, I know. But like, there was like an old Rex cosplayer, and I'd never seen one before. So like, I got a picture with him, and then we like saluted each other before we left. And it just made my day. It was great.
Aww. That's so great.
I also went. It wasn't too long ago. It was in Long Beach. I went to like a dance that Foundation put on for special needs kids, and I was in my costume, and they all got so excited in their dances. We did the Macarena.
Those trips are always fun.
Yeah.
That. I don't know. We should hear from Cassandra. What's your favorite, best moment in costume?
Well, Sabine's fairly new for me still, but my best overall, I guess, experience would be when my husband proposed to me when we were in our custom Mandalorian.
Oh.
In the middle of MegaCon during a big Star Wars fan group picture.
That's great.
Okay, that's a good one.
I think you win.
Don't tell my husband that I forgot I was in Sabine when you proposed. Like, oh yeah, now that you mention it. Oh crap. That was like third best.
Okay. Yeah, that's it's hard to beat, I guess. You win.
That's so great. I loved your wedding dress, by the way, Cassandra. It's like top 5 favorite wedding dresses. So pretty.
Thank you. I had to go with something definitely untraditional for it to be true to me.
It works though. Totally. Star Wars wedding dress. That's
Alright, is that, I think that's everyone. Jay, you have a Ray, right? Did you have a good experience in that costume?
Finishing it and it actually fitting. And then, like,
That's a good
well,
one.
when I did my Thrawn thing that I do, that's the first time I ever painted myself, like, a color other than I naturally am, which was very blue. That was the first time I did any extensive makeup. So I did it for just like a small little party me and a group of fans have. And so I did it, and like all the other kids are mostly in like DIY stuff, store-bought Halloween Stars costumes. And I came out of the back, and one of my friends went, "Shit, you're blue!" And I was like, "Yep." And everybody like reacted really well to it. I was like, "Okay, I'm glad I didn't scare anybody."
I mean, Thrawn is scary, so that was a risk.
I have Ray too. I don't know if it's anymore, but I wore it to Disneyland. I don't know how long ago for May 4th, and we were sitting outside of the. It was in Tomorrowland. I forgot where, but we were sitting there, and he thought I was Ray. Like he really thought I was Ray. And it was so funny. And he got all excited. He ran up to me. He's like, "Can I have a picture?"
I always like worry that someone's like who thinks I'm like Leia or something. They're gonna take a picture with me and then be like, show someone like, look, this is the picture I got with Leia, and they're just gonna be like, I'm always worried because then they'll be like, oh, why didn't she tell me? But like, I don't want to crush their dreams, so I don't know. Alright, is that so? We also have the funniest experience in costume.
I definitely have a good one for that. It happens every time I kid up.
Oh, yeah?
My wig is dyed with Sharpies. I hand colored it. It's like William Wallace from Braveheart every time the wig comes off. Blue, completely blue forehead.
Actually, yeah, that's pretty amazing. I've seen pictures, it's pretty great.
I mean, it comes off with makeup wipe, but it happens every time.
That's my season 2 wig.
I'm trying to think of the funniest experience.
Costume, I think, about 2 years ago, it was one of my first pieces. I think it was like my second. It was at the Orange County TK. And at TK, he said, "Oh, hey, what's up, Sabine?" He said it. Because a lot of the time we go out to eat with people that visit us, and it feels like my second family.
Sabrine. Funniest experience. I mean, I've had people argue with me, telling me I'm Bo-Katan. I mean, it's just like it's one thing to be confused and then like I clear it up, but it's another thing to like try to convince me that like I don't know who I am. Like I don't.
This is your cosplay.
It's like I don't even know like how. But then also, I guess I have to tell the story. But like this person, they just like I was at a con, and this was like it was a small con, but it was like in a very small room as well. So it was like there weren't a lot of people, but it was still just like packed, just because of like how it was. And then so it's like a line. Like if you try to stop or like break away, it's just a whole traffic jam. It's a mess. But I'm like going through looking at stuff, and this one vendor guy, he's like, you got the colors wrong, which isn't what you say to someone, first of all. Even if I was trying to be Bo-Katan and I somehow painted my armor like purple, you don't like just, hey, you did that wrong. Like, but so I was like, excuse me, and he was like, you're supposed to be blue because it's Bo-Katan from Star Wars The Clone Wars. I'm like, no, I'm Sabine Wren from Star Wars Rebels. He's like, no, it's not called Rebels, and Sabine is her sister. Bo-Katan is... Oh, okay. I'm trying to explain it to him that there's this other show that's out called Rebels. He just would not listen.
Are you sure he wasn't, like, just messing with you?
I hope he was, honestly. Because eventually I got like called away for like someone asked for a picture and was like, yes, free me from this conversation, please. So I left.
Oh gosh.
It was frustrating at the time, but now it's funny. So I guess that's the funniest moment.
I think mine is just whenever. Okay, I guess it was in Celebration where we were. It was at the panel. Was it the panel? Yeah, the Rebels panel, and I got to sit down with right next to Sam Witwer, and I was super happy. But then I started crying, so I put on my helmet and just sat next to him and just was like sobbing. and then I was like, oh, it's okay. Like, I'll just take off my helmet. Everything's fine. I take off my helmet, and then all of a sudden we hear, oh, Rebels is ending now. So then I put back my helmet on. I put my helmet back on and start crying again.
I cried so much that panel, and then I walked out of the auditorium thing, and I found Lizzy, and I was like, Lizzy, are you okay? And she took off her helmet, and she was crying too, and we just hugged.
I was watching the live stream, and like, I was kind of expecting it, honestly. I didn't cry, but I felt like somebody just kicked me in the stomach. I was like, no. I was like, no. What? But yeah, I was kind of expecting it. But then the problem was that I didn't want my entire family. I was watching the live stream and all come tumbling down and want to watch it with me. Because I have a lot of little sisters that like to watch everything with me. Which is normally fine, but this I wanted to watch by myself. And then, like, I had to try to act normal. And I was like, I feel like I've been punched in the stomach.
Yeah. For my birthday, one of my dad's friends had Sam Witwer call him, and then he talked to me. And it was, cause they're like, hey, someone's on the phone. They didn't even tell me who it was. And we started talking, and like, I gave him a look. I knew who it was. He's like a really old voice actor and stuff. So like, I was talking, and I think he probably didn't know or think that I knew who he was because I didn't say anything. So I was too scared. Yeah. Scary.
I would be super intimidated around him.
Yeah. He could be pretty intimidated.
I never got that vibe from him. I don't think he's that intimidating, but I haven't met him, so I don't know.
I haven't either, but he always plays bad guys that I know of. So
I just want him like on this podcast just for like a minute. All he has to do is yell Kenobi and then leave, and that's all I want.
Then we'd be fine.
I think another funny moment is when me and my sister, we were in Sabine and Ketsu, and I'm season 2 Sabine. There's only one Ketsu. Well, no, she doesn't have the Rebel logo from Force of Destiny and the last episode of Rebels. And I told my dad when Force of Destiny, I was like, hey, you gotta make her new shoulder pad because she has the Rebel logo. And he's like, until it's on Rebels, I'm not doing it. And then it was on Rebels, and now he's mad. He has to make another shoulder pad.
Got him.
But we were Ketsu and Sabine, and this kid he points at us and goes, Power Rangers! I was like, I don't know. I just got called a Power Ranger. It never happened before.
That's pretty good, actually. I always wanted to do a Power Rangers cosplay. That's okay.
Well, you already have a bunch, I guess,
Right? I didn't know I already had them, but there we go.
I just because at first, I didn't know. I was like, how could you think we're Power Rangers? And then I looked at Ketsu, and then I took my helmet off and looked at it, and I'm like, okay.
A little bit, yeah.
I can see it. Like how a little kid would get that, okay.
Colorful helmet.
Mandalorians being called Power Rangers seems to be a common thing. Even a lot of the custom ones. Everybody's like, "Oh, you're the Power Rangers." Yeah, totally. Yes, Power Rangers.
In my experience, a lot of people like who aren't like big fans don't know what to do when they see custom Mandos. Because I have a friend who wears he has a custom Mando and it's like all black with like some red on it, and he gets called Darth Vader all the time at troops. Last weekend we were at a troop and he was standing like 5 feet away from Darth Vader and he still got called Darth Vader.
Like, no, that one right there.
My Mando got called Jango Fett because it's white.
Well,
It's like it's prototype Fett.
And it has ears on it.
Oh no.
obviously Django.
Yep. Close enough.
That kind of leads us into our next question, which is, have you ever been called Pink Boba Fett? Which is absolutely.
Not yet. Waiting for it.
I've been called other things. Like, Boba Fett's daughter is what I get a lot. Boba Fett's wife.
Yeah, but that one's true for you.
I'm like, you're not wrong, but you are. Yeah, Boba Fett's sister. Girl Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Stormtrooper. Everything else.
I get called Pink Boba Fett in season 2. Like in season 1, I could kind of get it, but like in season 2, it's like I'm orange, man. Like,
Not even close.
come on, don't get it.
I'm season 3 and it's purple and orange.
It's periwinkle.
Oh my god, that color. Don't get me started. That's the hardest color to explain to people when you're judging costumes.
Especially steel.
Yeah. Well, we had Steel on, and he said he couldn't tell the difference between the Sabines. And then I mentioned how season 3 was periwinkle, and he had never heard of the color. Lizzy hadn't heard of it either. She didn't believe that it was real color.
It's a gray, blue, purple, dang it.
It's not that hard.
Then you're like judging it. Sorry, your purple is too purple.
Yeah.
That's how you get sweared at. Like, what did you just say to me? Like, I'm sorry. Too
It's
purple.
like, because sometimes you look at a costume and you're like on a Boba Fett, you're like, oh, that green, it's just like, it's too green. And you look at you, it's like, no, it makes sense, I promise.
Look at a reference, and then look back at yours, and back at a reference. And
I
know what I'm talking
remember, because Filoni releases those like color referencings with like the hex codes, which he released one for the season 1, which was great, except it was right after we finished season 1 Sabine. There you go. Come on.
I see that like a lot with Terra cosplayers. I've only seen a handful who actually get the color right. I'm like, it's not that hard of a color.
Well, because
Hard to do.
sometimes they'll do it like a bright green, like ooh.
It's like neon.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
sometimes they'll do it like really yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she just kind of looks like the seventh sister. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, that's a completely different.
Yeah.
That's just sick. Like, just.
But you know what you don't do when you see this? You don't walk up to someone, point at them, and say, you got the color wrong.
Just a little bit salty about that.
A little bit. At first, I was like offended. I was like, what?
How did you say that?
And then I realized he thought I should be blue. So I was less offended and more frustrated, I guess.
Yeah. I can see that.
I get called Ahsoka a lot, which like yeah, we're both animated, both kind of orange, but no.
That's about where it stops.
Yeah, I don't. Well, see, my family, besides like me and my younger sisters, nobody in my family is really into Star Wars. Like my dad introduced us to it, and he likes Star Wars, and he goes through phases where he's more into Star Wars. But like my mom, it's totally no. But my dad knows mainly because he introduced it to me when I was little, and then I just like went into it full tilt and dragged him along. So now he knows stuff because we've kind of forced him to know. But a lot of people in my family are like, "Hey Shay, how'd you like the new girl in the new Star Wars movie?" I'm like, "You're gonna have to expound a little bit." I'm like,
"You got more than one now."
Yeah, like, well, the one with the British accent. I'm like, okay, that helped a little bit, not a whole lot. But like, they're all going around in circles. Like Leia, I'm like, no, Leia's not. And like, you might mean Leia, but I'm pretty sure you don't mean Leia. And then they're like, and the funny thing is, I've had people ask me before, and I feel bad. People are like, they're like, so you like Star Wars, huh? I'm like, yeah. They're like, so I bet your favorite character is Rey. I'm like, well, I like Rey, but I also really like Ahsoka and Hera and Padme and the Astro. And they just kind of just stare at me like totally blank. I'm like, I'm sorry.
I've been called Padme before, which I mean, she has a lot of outfits. I don't know all of them. Maybe one happens to look like Sabine-ish somehow. I don't think so. Maybe there's an outfit I'm forgetting. I've been called Leia, Rey. My sister's a Tusken Raider, and she gets called Rey sometimes, which is really funny. Because like, I actually really see it.
Yeah, in a way.
Like when she has like the wrapping on her face with the goggles, you know?
Yeah.
You see it, I guess.
I wonder how many like Shakti people get called Ahsoka, and vice
I'm
versa.
sure it happens all the time.
Yeah. Like, oh, cool Ahsoka.
Or like Hera gets called Ula or something.
I feel like it's more likely to be the other way around. I feel like more people would call Ula Hera.
Yeah.
I actually met
a lot of people.
The actress for Ula a couple years ago, and she was so nice. She was great.
I saw her on stage last weekend. I was like, ah!
Yeah,
it was so cool.
She's so nice.
A lot of the pilots in the 501st Legion, they get mistaken for Darth Vader like all the time. My dad has a shirt, #not Vader.
I think if you're wearing a black costume with a helmet, you're gonna get called Vader or Kylo. That's just a given.
Favorite thing to do at troops is line up TIE pilots, shadow troopers, and Vader.
And ask people to tell the difference.
Let's play a game of who's Vader.
A lot of people call like Kylo Vader is something I saw, but over the weekend I was at a troop and someone called Vader Kylo, which really threw me off.
Haha! It started to work.
Tables have turned.
Above them.
Or the person I mentioned earlier who was the Darksaber and not anymore, but had the pre-Vizsla, they got called Django, like every single time because it was a blue and gray Mando. So you know.
I can kind of see that. Maybe if you aren't super familiar with Clone Wars.
Yeah.
But like if you know Clone Wars, then like no, because he has a totally different sort of thing going. He has a cape too, so. Well, I don't know. Django may have had a cape. I can't remember.
No, just 2 different jetpacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
My husband has a Django. I'm overly familiar with that kit.
I feel like a lot of the time, people don't really, they know what the costumes look like, but you look at it more when you actually do costumes.
That's for sure.
Oh yeah, totally.
And I think, like, because when you're in a costume like Sabine, that, like, you have a lot more mobility than other characters, you tend to be the person that helps other people get their costume on once you're suited up. I brushed a Wookiee the other day. Not the other day, it was like Saturday, it was last week. But it was just it was like, here, Sabine, brush me. I'm like, okay. Brush a Wookiee, it was great.
Oh, that's the dream right there. You're living it. Oh, that's so great.
What else? Okay. Do we have more questions? I don't think we have more questions. We can talk about the Rebels final season, but
I have a quick question for everyone, if it's all right.
Okay.
So I'm just curious because I'm, relatively new with the more active part of the fandom, I guess. How many celebrations have each of you attended?
I've only been to one.
Me too.
I've been to 2.
I've never been. It's a dream. It's another dream of mine.
Yeah, that's me too.
I hope
I've
the
made it
next
to
one's in Anaheim and I can go out west instead of making Lizzie fly east again. Cause
That'd be great.
yeah.
Have you guys here?
I have maybe a chance of getting to go to the next one if it's in relatively close to my part of the country. If it's in London again, there's probably no chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't see myself
If
going
it's
to London.
in Anaheim or somewhere like that, yeah, I would love to go, but I do not think that would get approval from the rest of my family. So, if it's in somewhere like Anaheim, I might possibly get to go. But if it's in, Orlando again, there's I guess maybe a 50-50 chance because my birthday is in September, and I'm, keep on saying, hey, for my birthday, I would love to get to go to Celebration. that could be my
Celebration tickets for your birthday.
I'm give me the ticket for that, and then for Christmas I'll get the plane ticket, and that's great. I don't have to get it. I don't know. That's a possibility, but I kind of feel bad because I see a lot of people talking about, oh, I got to see this and do that. I'm well, number one, I've never been, so now I feel like a bad fan. But also, by the time I get to go, Rebels is my big thing in Star Wars, and by the time I actually get to go, there's not going to be any Rebels stuff anymore.
I mean, the next animated series could be Rebels related, so you never know.
Mm-hmm. Could happen.
I'll definitely go if it's in Anaheim. I live 45 minutes away.
Well, I have a friend, she writes for my website, and she lives 30 minutes from Orlando. And she was like, wait a minute, it's in Orlando? We're yeah. She's and it's tomorrow. Why did I not know that? She didn't get to go. But
remember, because the 4-day, because I count as an adult for the thing. So the 4-day adult passes were Rey, and I was so excited because oh cool, the Rey pass, and then I saw the kids passes were Ezra. I really wanted to be a kid. I really wanted Ezra.
I feel like Jonah probably wanted to be a kid too.
Yeah, probably. What else we got? We already talked about the whole thing. Well, we're all over the place. Okay, so Lizzie said she has to go soon. She texted me. And it's 9 o'clock on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So we've talked about a lot of stuff. Would everyone want to wrap things up? Maybe? Possibly?
Can try that.
Okay.
My family's itching to watch the new Thor movie, and they want me to watch it with them. So
Thor Ragnarok, that's very good.
I haven't seen it yet, so
I won't spoil it, but it's really good.
It's really, really good.
I've got to go back to painting Sabine armor. Yay!
There are worse things to be doing, so,
Right. Oh, that and sewing extra wefts into the wig, so that's always a good time.
Alright, so I guess, we'll sign off, so, thank you everyone for being on the podcast. It was, there were technical issues, but we worked them out overall, so it's fun.
It was super awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
thanks for asking me.
Yeah, you're an honorary Sabine. You have a badge, an imaginary badge of honor. Alright, so thank you to all of the Sabines for being on our 101st episode. So, I'll sign off. So, I was Zoe.
I was Lizzy. Everyone should do it now. Everyone must do it.
I was Aliya.
I was Shay.
I was Cassandra.
Alright, thank you for listening. May the force be with you, and goodbye.